For Sahajogis now, it's very easy to find out if something is real or unreal, it is truth or untruth, it is love or hatred. Only through vibrations you can know. But going beyond that, I am saying, beyond that one has to know what are these vibrations and what are they made of. What is the subtle force which is behind those vibrations? We call it is Param Chaitanya, all right, Param Chaitanya, so what happens to you when you get Param Chaitanya is something to be understood, the subtleties. As I said, we are made of 5 elements, all right? So when you get your awakening, when the Kundalini reaches Sahasrara and opens out your fontanelle bone area, you become one with the divine power, then this divine power itself starts flowing through. A connection is established. Now when it starts flowing through you, this Shakti starts flowing through. Then what happens? The subtle part we should understand. The subtle part is like this, that these 5 elements we are made of, these vibrations gradually start breaking into the subtler form of which they are made. So the first thing such a person has is the breaks, you see, as it is said that word is God. Said also in the Bible. The word is God. Now what is this word? Word is a silent, we can say, silent commandment. We can call it like that. But from that word comes, according to Indian philosophy, is another thing that we call as Bindu. Or we can say word becomes Nad, is a sound. And then it becomes the Bindu, means one small dot, you can say. And then from this dot, you see all these 5 elements start coming one after another. The first element that comes out is light. Tej, light, is the first element that comes out. So the essence of the first element is light. We call it Tej, Tejas. It's written, of course, in Sanskrit, but we should understand that how the light pervades Sahajayoga so much, and you see the light all everywhere. So the first element, which is light, and you can say in English, the light's subtle thing is, we can say, enlightenment, you can say. But enlightenment has another meaning. So we can say it's Tej. For example, a person who gets realization has a face which is very radiant. So we can say the radiance. The radiance is the subtlety of the light. So this radiance starts showing on your face. Radiance starts expressing itself. And with that radiance, people get impressed. And they start thinking something special about this personality which has radiance. Now you have seen my photographs also, wherever they are. Many a times you find lots of light around. That is nothing but the light in me is giving radiance, because the light becomes subtler. When the light becomes subtler in me, light is one of the elements. When it becomes subtler, then it gives radiance. And so, this is the subtle growth within you that takes place. Your faces also start shining. They too have radiance, and they too have a kind of a different complexion, I would say. This radiance is to be understood is the subtle of the light, of which we are made light in the gross manner. Then after this, from the light, comes the second thing, which we call as Vayu in Sanskrit, meaning the air. So the air that we have, which is gross air, what is the subtle of air is this cool breeze that you get. The cool breeze is the subtle of that air. So the subtle of what you understand as cool breeze is what we call vibrations. The subtle of that is air, which is a part and parcel of our making. So this cool breeze is the second thing that you start getting subtler and subtler. When your growth takes place, all these subtle things start expressing themselves. It's not only that you get vibrations, but you get the cool breeze, and that is the subtle of air that has built you. Then comes the water. We are also made of water. What is the subtle of water is sometimes English language, becomes little short of expression, but they call it, which makes the skin, hard skin soft. The skin becomes soft. This is another sign of a realized soul, that his there's some cream they use, isn't it, to soften the face.